think I'm good to go. Is it just who's 619-777-776? Well, we'll find out soon. Oh, let me turn off. There we go. John. Which John are we speaking with here?
John F.
Oh, how's it going, man? Good to see you. First
Good.
time I've seen your face, I think. Yep, pretty sure. Good to have you on here. I'm glad you got the hang of getting the speaker going on Zoom, I see.
Yeah.
Good. Well, good to see you, man. Team should be plugging away on your site by now. I confirmed with them that they had everything they needed, and we can double check with Nyan when he hops on here too. I'm gonna let him know we're in here. Hop on when you can. And maybe tying up some loose ends. Mario, tell me about your progress so far, man.
In terms of get knowing your stuff, accessing your stuff.
Any trouble I can help with?
Yeah, I actually was going to ask you. I got a request, and it isn't solidified or anything, but
Hmm.
of integrating. I know LinkedIn is making a bunch of changes, especially now.
Yeah.
Cracking down. They locked out Apollo and they locked out Seamless.
Oh,
And
I
so,
didn't know that. I didn't know that's where Seamless was getting their data. Is that where they were?
the LinkedIn data, yeah, they basically scrape
Okay.
LinkedIn, and obviously.
I've been
LinkedIn
using
doesn't
Seamless.
like that. So they
Yeah.
finally cracked down on it. So you're gonna see changes in Apollo and in Seamless in terms of their ability to scrape LinkedIn.
Okay.
But the request that came in was specific to uh, integrating Go High Level with LinkedIn, which is kind of tricky because you
And
really have to have the right tool that integrates and is able to scrape it in a way that makes sense.
well, here's one thing that I know about. It's called Easy Pipeline. EZ Pipeline. I want to say it's $100 a month, and you can go to a LinkedIn group or search a keyword, and then it'll scroll the page, pull all the profiles, or you can just upload a list of URLs of profiles. Use a prompt, and it'll have an AI conversation, and book them, send a calendar link, and everything. You can like have it set to go up, 5 messages per day. You can set the number of friend requests. Um, in the end, these tools ended up being too finicky for me to really scale with, and I was like, bro, I'm going back to paid ads. I was like, I hate this. I can't do it.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, I've tried FlowChat. I'm sure you do know what FlowChat is.
No, I'm gonna say I don't.
FlowChat's like a beefed up version of these kinds of tools. I think now it has AI functionality too, but basically it'll connect to all your socials, and then it has you can scrape leads from each social into pipelines, and then the first stage can be like or follow, and you move them through. It lets you work like a massive number of messages through socials, and you can have a VA run it. Um, but in the end, I've always ended up with paid ads, and that being my best thing. And lately, my high level certification portal, I've discovered how much money I missed out on. I've closed more deals from my $100 a month certification. I've closed more deals from that this week than I did all month with paid ads, spending 10 grand a month.
So let
So,
me, yeah, so let me ask you this because you might be able to help me out with this.
hmm.
Many years ago, I was literally testing an e-commerce offer on my Facebook page. I wasn't even
Hmm.
doing anything crazy, and my Facebook page got banned. And of course, I went and appealed, and to this day, it's freaking banned. And I'm like, what the heaven is going on? And at the time, I had a business account. Obviously, you could create multiple business accounts, but it gets to the point where I can't run Facebook ads on my account. So I almost have to use someone else's business account to be able to then
Right.
put my credit card in and be able to run it. Do you know of a service or a way that I could get that done?
So wait, what happened to the original one? Are you just trying to find a service where you can buy someone else's account?
No, no, no. I don't want to buy an account. I just want to have someone that has a business account assign one to me and let me use it. Obviously, if I pay them a fee or
Hmm.
whatever, it doesn't matter. But the
I
point
know
is
some
to
guys I could
use
ask.
a business
I
account.
know I know somebody I can ask. He's a guy who has helped me get accounts back before, and I know he'd be
Oh,
the
or
best one I
maybe he
can
could
think of to
help me
ask.
get my account back. That would be incredible.
How
That
did it
would
get
be even
disabled?
better. I'm sorry.
How did it get disabled?
I was literally testing an offer for an e-commerce store. This was 5, 6 years ago,
Okay.
and to this day is
Yeah.
banned. And no one
He's
explains why. No one tells you anything. It's just banned.
His name's Blonde John, and he lives in Miami, and he's gotten my friends' accounts back before. And you got to be really careful with these guys to get your accounts back because I've also been scammed going down this kind of road before. But this guy is one that I've used successfully before, and I know him personally, so we can pull up on him if anything funny happens.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah. And
problem
I live
with
in
all the ones you
Lakeland,
meet
so
online.
we can
Yeah.
literally pull up on them.
Well, I got scammed so many. That's why I had to get my profiles verified because I had like 1 year where I ended up paying 6 grand to get my account back from hackers because I paid to get verified one time before you could buy it. I tried to pay someone to help me do it that knew someone at Meta or whatever, and I ended up getting scammed. And then over and over, once they got me over and over. And it was like, bro, as soon as I had make my profile picture black, because what they'll do is they'll make a bunch of bot accounts, or they'll make at least another account with your profile picture, and they'll say yours is the fake one, and
Oh,
they'll say
wow.
he's impersonating me. And so since it
Yeah.
has the same profile picture, they'll take yours down. And so then once you get a threat in the DM, somebody saying, "Hey, I'm going to get your account shut down," you got to make your profile picture black so the algorithm can't detect that it's the same person. But that's how I
Oh,
got.
wow.
Then they finally allowed you to pay for verification, and I was safe after that. But yeah, how
Cool.
are you,
So,
Butch? Go ahead. So yeah, I'll just text me, and I'll get you in contact with Blonde John
cool. How do I text you? Because I don't think I have your number.
just through um just through the HighLevel number. Any number from the business is going to come to me.
Okay, cool.
Hmm.
Thanks, man. I
What?
appreciate you.
No problem. Butch, did the payment hit?
We did not, but everything is good.
Good.
We're wrestling over an issue with solar, and
Mm.
everything else is in place. Just waiting on that.
Yeah, you don't want to rush it. You want to make sure you get every dollar you can. So I understand.
Well, it's a lot of money. So I mean, it's forty
Yeah.
thousand dollars on that, just that
Yeah.
portion. Yeah. So
Yep. Take your
everything
time.
it matters.
Yep, it does. Um, Handsome, what's going on, man?
My back caught me off guard. Um, Not much, man. I'm trying to just figure out a way. 'Cause, Manny's like the one funding all this, and he's
Mm-hmm.
pretty much about to pull the plug on me. So I'm just trying to
Okay.
find a way for us to get something going. But it's on me. I told him, I said, yo, bro, it's my fault. Like at the end of the day, I
Well, I
guess
want to
I
help try to
haven't
figure it out. So I
yeah.
know help update me so I can be of assistance, and then Nyan can too. I understand that we were doing a test of well, why don't you tell me? Give me the best update and where you think that we can be helpful.
Well, that's the thing. I don't know. It's like I told Manny because we're pulling the seamless leads, emailing them, but I'm guessing it just seamless is not really the option that works for like lending hard money.
Hmm.
So I understand like he got upset as well because we didn't know the time that we bought how it was being used. Right. So when we got the update, it was like, oh, you guys got 2 hours and 27 minutes. So Manny's very like off the cuff, like, what the fuck? You didn't tell me
Oh,
this. I said, my bad, man. I didn't know, bro. Like, what
you
do
didn't
you
know the
want me to
hours were
do
getting
about it?
slim. Yeah.
Um, and so then he's like, but that's it. We're like $2,500 into this and nothing's happened. And I'm like, I know, but we honestly just started with the seamless, like,
Yeah.
about 2 weeks ago, 10 days, 2 weeks ago. Um, so I guess that's gotten him thrown off.
How long has it been? When did we first take a payment from you guys?
We're about to go into our third payment or fourth payment to go high level.
Okay. About four
So yeah, we
months.
joined in December. So January, February, March
Did you have
19th.
do you have a trial first?
Yeah, we did the trial
So
first, and then
so
they
yeah,
charged us
so
in January. charged in
So
February
fourth
now.
payment would be 5 months,
Huh?
right? So if you're about to pay for high level the fourth time, that would be the fifth month, right? Because
Okay,
you get the
yeah, yeah.
30-day trial.
So we're about to
Yep.
do the third payment,
Okay.
March 19th.
Yeah, email takes a while to crack, and if it's only been going for a couple weeks, we need to. But also like I want to understand what kept us from getting there sooner. Did it just take that long to get the email set up?
Um, Not really. I think it was more so getting into Seamless, figuring out the Seamless stuff. And on my end, I'll just say it straight up. That's what I told Manny. Like, I think I dropped the ball with the affiliate part of it, right? Because that's kind of where we were gonna bank on. All right, let's do this for the time being, while the email stuff builds up. Um, and so yeah, like I told him, I was like, it's my fault, bro. Like, I apologize. At the end of the day, I'm trying to figure out any way to make
Yeah,
something come up. So at least I can cover the GHL payment that's coming up or something, That way he doesn't have to
yeah.
have that on his mind anymore.
Well, the majority is set up, and at least we can, if you need to take over for a while to get it across, across the line, everything's pretty much set up now. So
I
we
think
can
that's
do a
kind of
e
also I don't know where to take over. Like if I'm being
right.
honest, I don't know where I'm dropping the
That's what I'm
ball.
thinking. The team. Oh, what I'm saying is if he doesn't want to reload hours, but your stuff is set up, and all you need to do is pull your leads and then continue to refine the email copy until it starts working. Um,
Yes.
right. So as long as you have the high level subscription, you can come on here and I can help you review the copy. Right.
I was gonna ask as
So
well if because I'm trying to convince him maybe if we could downgrade to the 97 plan until everything else takes over. Like, does that work for the same thing that we've been doing, or we have to be on a 297 plan?
Nyan would be better able to answer. I don't know if we were doing any integration with Make or Zapier, which would be the
No,
reason you
not
need the
yet.
497.
Oh, yeah. So we have been moving everything from make to high level. So I think $97 is enough.
Okay. So I'm trying to convince him on that end. And I
Yeah.
just gotta put the pedal to the metal, man. At the end of the day, I gotta figure out exactly how to make this make something at least. Just to because I know Manny, the moment he sees some kind of money come
Okay,
in or
so
some kind of movement, it's like, okay, makes sense.
the easiest way to get movement is going to be hitting your warm list. So you guys had a big warm list, and we were doing a test of texting them, but texting your warm list, easiest way to make some money. So how big is the list?
Our warm list wasn't that big at all. So like it was like what we uploaded is about 2,100 leads.
That's not small. That's big. That's pretty big.
Oh, really?
Um,
I'm like,
I
damn, that's
mean, I
nothing.
only I only text 3,000 people to get 100 people booked almost every time to these meetings, you know? So it's like maybe I got 7,500 opt-ins and 3K are still haven't said stop. And so let me see where we're at today. But the hard money lending is a tough one. We have one other company that does SMS marketing for hard money lending. Um, and they get deals, but it's a slow trickle because theirs is more cold though. It's not warm. So if I was you guys, I would take I would just start like a nurture campaign on your warm list and all your past clients. And that's something you can just leave running that'll, pop deals out whenever somebody needs funding again. Just emails that go out every week, you know,
Okay.
and a text that goes out every so often too. Ooh. So I'd set something up for the warm side, and then you got instantly running on the cold, which will hopefully filter some people into the warm side. And you can keep that running at the 97 plan, So it's low overhead, but it should be able to yield you some business. Um, as far as what else besides like, I mean, I have experience running funding ads, right? Doing like paid ads on Facebook for the 0% business credit. But you guys are doing more like hard money is more like MCAs and stuff like that, right?
No, hard money is really just for real estate investors.
Okay,
All
just
right.
real estate
So hard
investing.
money is we deal with real estate investors. Like even on Seamless, I got on a call with Mike. Mike was able to walk me through a better way to search for real estate investors on Seamless because
Okay.
we were doing it through a keyword search. And he said, no, no. that what they teach on the webinar is not how it works. Go this way. So he showed me how to put
Okay.
it into another field. So that's been our recent list. And that's been it. So I just started doing the polls myself on Seamless and whatnot.
Okay. That sounds like a, like a good adjustment for
Yeah.
seamless. And you guys just got to keep it rolling. And we're happy to make that's it. I would start a campaign of an email nurture to your warm list, email and SMS. Leave that running and then keep working on the cold email until you start getting some traction. And it's just going to take constant revision and looking at the stats every day and think, oh, this tweak helped, and keep that tweaking and then keep, testing other stuff. It's a pain, but you're going to have to go through that until you get the conversion and then keep optimizing the leads you're pulling like you're doing. Um, but hopefully once you have it set up and tweaked up, you'll have a machine that just keeps printing, right? But it
That's the
does take
goal.
time to pioneer it. Um,
Can I ask a quick question to
yeah.
Hanson? What makes you different, Handsome, from everyone else, all the hard money lenders? Because the challenge is you're in a field where there's a bunch of them. What makes you guys different?
I think our biggest difference is the fact that we ourselves are investors, but not only that, we're extremely reachable. Like Manny and I both answer our cell phones. It could be 12 o'clock at night and I'm on the phone with a client and whatnot. Whereas that experience is not really prevalent in that world, but it's also how to market that. I don't know. Like how to be like, hey, I'm the guy
Yeah,
that
that's
always
a
picks
tough
up your
one.
call. People don't care
Yeah,
about
that's a
that.
tough
They care
one.
about the end
Yeah,
result.
I think you have to try to communicate it. To me, if you communicate in the form of a question that solves a problem that they already have, that differentiates you, that's how you best communicate. Like, for example, if you're selling something that AI agent specifically, and you say, hey, are you tired of missed calls being gift wrapped to your competitor? See, that's a real problem. That's a real pain, and you can attach money to that. You can say, "Holy crap, yeah, what I'm gifting see, that'll push someone." You need to find out to come up with what differentiates you and how can you frame it in the form of a question that solves a real pain point for them. As a real estate investor, I can tell you if you're charging me, if I'm an experienced investor and you're charging me a whole bunch of points and your rates are out of freaking control and you're gonna make me jump through hoops. Now I have to give you all of the HUDs or the alters for all these properties, and you got to give it. See, that speaks to me. It's like now if you come up and you say to me, "Hey, are you tired of your experience counting against you in the rates that you're given and all the hoops you're asked to jump through?" See, you come to me with that opening line. I'm like, who are these guys? I'm calling them right now.
Like that. I like that. That does make sense because that we do try to refine the process to a point where, it's not all these different calls. Hey man, you forgot to send me this, or you did this and that, yada yada. We try to make everything as seamless as possible. Seamless, funny enough. Um, and I don't think we communicate that in our marketing at all. So maybe we should. I got to figure out a way to include that, like you said, in the question and
Yeah.
problem solving format.
I mean, I
That's
just gave
exactly.
you something that would speak to me as an investor. I don't
Thank
know
you.
if what I gave you you guys can do, but if you can do it, that's a
Yeah.
question right there. Split test that.
Mhm. So the systems were up. Now it's just like, and that's exactly what these sessions are for, is for us to be able to work on the part that can't be automated or outsourced, or it's not technical. This is the art to it. It just takes constant tweaking. Um, so I'd say just like keep coming here and keep tweaking and throwing ideas around and testing, and if he wants to go and do another bank of hours, we can keep doing that part for you, the changes. Um, but a lot of time, the copy itself, now that it's at the stage it's at, you're gonna want to just tweak it yourself. It's not The
Yeah, yeah,
writing's not
no,
gonna be
it
as
has
good
to
if
be
it's
me myself.
yeah,
He's not going for it
yeah.
again. Like I said, I'm struggling to get him to just even stay now on go high level.
Go high level,
But I'll get it done. I know Manny. He needs his 48 hours to just like,
cool off.
yeah.
Yeah, cool. Um, all right. So who else got something we can work on?
Thank
And
you. Thank
Nyan,
everyone.
Nyan, do we have an ETA for John's website? Can you ask the team for that?
I can send a message. Yep.
Okay. I'll also do that. Hang on. It's John. John, how do you say the last name? Foray?
Yeah, foray.
Foray. Cool. Did you guys see the new AI SEO high level thing they came out with a few days ago?
No.
Let's uh let's pull up a video on it. I mean, if you guys don't have any other questions, this is something I want to check out too, and I figure we'll check it out together.
Yeah. Do you have any insight as to when the appointment's coming out? Fur was on a call like 3 or 4 weeks ago. He's like, "Yeah, it'll be out in a week," and still waiting for it.
When which thing?
The appointments part of Go High Level, like the native one, I know we could jury rig it, but
Oh, you mean with the voice AI?
yeah, with voice AI.
I do not know. I haven't heard anything about it. I know they just came out with the different languages, but that's kind of irrelevant to me. And then I don't know when they're coming out with the actual ability to book, but I know now we just do the calendar link after the call. Jay, what's going on?
How's it going, man? It's Justin.
Justin.
Yeah,
Justin, you ride?
I have a question about a subdomain
Yeah,
question.
let's do it.
On
What's
our
up?
on our Monday IT meeting, I'm trying to create a subdomain for the Kingsman Law, just because they don't have any dedicated domain.
Mm-hmm.
So I was gonna just buy them a separate domain like Kingsman Law Mailer, just because that would be easy because we can control that. Because I didn't want to keep because I have every time I log into his Wix, he has to
Mm-hmm.
I have to call him and get his code.
Okay.
Access on this
Yeah.
Wix right now that I have, but how would I get your team to like I don't know how that would work. Or if I
You
do it
just,
myself, if I could just get some instructions on how to do that.
just to get a new subdomain?
So he has his current website, kingsmanlaw.com, is hosted in Wix. Um,
Right. So we should just get a new domain and then use that for emails, possibly.
So I was just to not bother him, I can buy on Cloudflare because I know how to do because I can connect that easily.
Mm-hmm.
Buying Kingsman Law Mailer or something like that would recommend that be the best way to go.
That'd be fine. And you can buy domains in high level itself now too. But either way you want to do it, wherever is cheapest.
Yeah, I'm comfortable with I know how to use Cloudflare pretty well, so that one I like.
That should be good. And then you can give the team the credentials and they can handle things more easily.
Yeah, okay. So I just wanted some clarification on that because I don't want to keep bugging the guy. Um,
Yeah,
then he's like, all right, when's this gonna get done? I'd rather just have it done and then be like, here you go.
right.
Oh, that was it.
All right.
Well,
Cool.
Jay, hey, you can also add yourself on as an administrator on the Wix, and so you can use your own login and everything else. You make your own password.
If I
You
do,
don't.
will it ask him for confirmation again?
No, you just once you're in there, once you get in there, then you can add yourself on as an administrator, and then you'll have your own account. You can go to your own email and everything else on that.
Well, then I could do that, and then I could give it to the team.
Yeah, then once you get your own email and everything else, it goes to you. It doesn't go to him anymore. You're an authorized person on there to do all the work.
That's perfect. Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, I was trying to see if they have something in the change log. And if you don't know what the high level change log is, it, oh, they got some new updates. This is actually pretty cool. They show you all the high level updates here. And so it looks like now there's a new chat widget as of today. Oh, what? Unifies email chat and WhatsApp chat into one? That's pretty cool. I didn't even know they had the interesting. Let's see if we have anything on the AI stuff in here. We can watch the video, but it's 5 minute video. It might be faster to look at this. Basically, I think it optimizes the SEO details automatically. Let's just watch the video if you guys don't have any other questions. How are you, Lance? You're muted.
So, how many people do you have booked today?
We got 50 so far, I think. we slowed the ads way down. Now that I'm seeing I'm getting more traction from the communities from the
Yeah.
certification portal. And I think I'm going to tip over into YouTube a little bit. The posting is about to start. I know I keep saying that, but um, I think we're just going to focus on a light amount of YouTube ads and then just organic.
Well, YouTube, when
And
they're
yeah,
organic, I know you're going to be able to find your people, because YouTube, if you watch a video and anything to do with that, they're going to show you back up
yeah,
next. So that's where
yeah,
you get all your people. Plus, I mean, you need to take advantage of your affiliation with Go High Level. And that's a perfect,
right.
the team. I mean, you can't get better than that.
Yeah, the credibility's there, and I know so much about high level. I can make a video every day easily, and so I just need to take that and run with it. It's gonna be a little slower build, but to be honest, like I spent 200 grand on ads this year, pivoting different things with Facebook. The new one's doing okay. I've gotten like 40 leads so far, but it's already tipping up above like what I like to pay for leads. Let's take a look. If I'm paying
Yep.
20 bucks, so I'm probably just gonna work these really hard, and if I close one, then I'll keep going, but. Oh, today's doing good. Is that today? Okay. Well, that's good news. Well, that's
So this
actually
is your
not
new
right
one. You're
though.
targeting all GHL people, right? Who are you targeting on this particular
The
ad?
beginning of the ad says if you are using an agency or a VA to set up your Go High Level. So I wouldn't think anybody would watch it that's not.
Right.
And so it automatically optimizes to them, but I use just small business interest targeting. But see, this is actually too expensive. It says $12, but this is a glitch. It's only two. And I know that because I check over here. Uh, lead center. Three. Okay. That's weird. Yeah, I don't know why the reporting is not too clean. Either way, three for 50 bucks is not that good of a price.
Do you want to be at 15, 20, or what is your
15's
top end?
okay. I mean, we'll see what the close rate is. In general, oh, I don't think that's right. I mean, 16 times 50, that's only 800, so that's not bad. If I can close one in 50, that should be easy to do. So I'm going to keep that running slow. It's not running very high right now, and we'll see how it goes. But what I can tell you is the conversations I have from the certification portal, those people are like so much better
Well, they
that
appreciate what you can do and what it is. They're more
hmm
experienced about what value you're going to bring, and that's
yeah,
everything.
they're adding 7 leads a day or so, and I know that it would be hard for somebody to compete with me on there. It would. And then there's 1,600 old leads in there. And I know those are all people who still are going to understand my value.
Hmm.
And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit $80 a day and I'm just going to call those people. And that's going to be, I would rather save on the ad spend now just so I can kind of recalibrate after the ad spend that got wasted last month.
Well,
Um,
I mean, that's like on your ad spend. If it starts hitting good, then you can always up it.
right. It's not too bad. But we'll see. I got a few I need to call today. I'm excited about that. We'll see if there's any good. And then we can watch the AI ads. Does anybody have interest in the AI SEO thing? Should we watch that video or you want to work on other
Yeah,
stuff?
man.
If Butch is the
I
only one that wants to see it, I can send it to him.
I'd like to
Go
see.
ahead, Butch.
I have a question real quick. The
Shoot.
If somebody's already on Go High Level, like they've already got their subscription through Go High Level, they can
Mm-hmm.
still work with you on the done for you, all the done for you stuff. Is that right or wrong?
Yeah, that's right. I
Okay.
would still want them to get affiliated somehow, whether they're using my code for AI employee or something. But yeah.
Okay. Um, Later today, may I give you a call? I think I uncovered something. I've been in a class for the last 3 days. I think I have
Mm-hmm.
uncovered something that you're going to be real interested in
Yeah, for
for your
sure.
done for you. Okay.
Just text me because the call will get forwarded straight to the AI. But if
I'll
you
do it.
text me, I'll see it and I'll call you back.
Very good. Okay.
I'll probably see the call too. All
All
right.
right.
If you want to watch the video, let's watch it.
Yes.
So this is on YouTube. AI, SEO, high level, right here. Let me share it where you guys can hear the audio. Nyan, I
Yeah.
just saw there's a remove opportunity thing in workflow too now, which we could use to clean up our duplicate opportunities.
Yeah.
Should be good. That's been needed. All right. Run it back. I don't hear nothing. I'm not quite sure what the deal is with that. I wonder if it's something to do with the fact that I'm live streaming on YouTube right now. But I do not know, guys. That should be saying something to me, but it's not.
Well, you guys can also, Rob, if you want to put in Search Atlas, Auto, OTTO, it's the same thing that they're adding. It's an
Oh,
automation.
okay.
It's an automation. And so what the bot does is it goes and gets all your links and put it up. It can automatically post on your Google business pages, all the stuff. I just saw
Oh, it
a
does the
case.
Google My Business posting too?
Yeah. So I just saw a case
Oh,
study on,
shoot.
they did 6 posts, questions and answers for 3 weeks, and it got them up 5 spaces on the Google Map Pack with the hot.
Wow. So
So
this is just as good as probably any of the SEO services that are out there, I would think,
yeah,
because that's what they're all doing.
this is killing it right now. They have a lot of cool stuff that they're going on with that. So
All
anyway,
right,
that's who
Butch.
they added. Search Atlas is the one that they added on there to be able to use.
Okay.
But their stuff that they're doing now is really making a big difference.
Okay. Well, Butch, there we go, man. Go high level save the day again. It's going to be a lot cheaper than any other option, for sure.
No, yeah, this is a whole different deal. I mean, it's like a giant. I was listening to these people yesterday. It's like they're filling in all the gaps except for what you do, and so they're huge. I'll get with you this afternoon,
Okay.
but it's huge.
Cool. You can
Yeah.
tell me a little bit about it if you want. I mean, we
Well,
don't, we got
it's
nothing else to talk about.
Kane and Alyssa Minkus.
Hmm.
They've been in the business 20 years. They develop businesses. They have people all over the world. They're go high level people, but they help people on the marketing side, and they tell you what to do on the technical side, but they don't do the technical side at all. And but they're really good marketers. You know what I mean? And where the hole that they have is they don't have is your back office, your done for you services is what they don't have. And they
Yeah,
literally have they have more than 30,000 people in their program around the world right now. You know, so
that'd be a great thing to tap into. So,
yeah,
and you can use your affiliate link to tap them in too.
yeah,
Yeah.
you'll tell me how to do it, but anyway, we can move through it, and
Yeah.
you'll see the opportunity better than I do. I just know that they're not doing what you do, their
Okay.
whole program.
It's it's tough and it's such a specialized thing. But really what makes us different is we've got this team. I started with one guy, Nyan, in Bangladesh, and we kept hiring, people in his town. So it was his group of people. They had previously worked for another tech company.
Mhm.
And then the word started getting out, and then they have other people coming in and training. So we've got a pod of people that have been slowly getting trained, not just on high level, but on specifically my way of doing things in high level,
Right.
and especially AI focused. And so now we've got, a lot of people we can tap into when we need to that are being trained on everything. Nayan, do you think that's saying it pretty well?
Yeah, man, you did it right.
I'm super happy with them, and um, we've been through thick and thin together at this point. I'm excited to go take a trip down there to see him. Man, how is everything politically over there now?
Yeah, it's been settled right now.
Good.
Nobel laureate Eunice has taken place. So yeah, it's been a process, I would say.
When was the trouble? Was that last October?
Uh, on August.
August?
Yep,
He's in Pakistan,
No, no, Bangladesh.
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 Hmm. Well, cool. I'm excited about
And
Search Atlas here. I've heard of them before, but haven't ever looked at it.
There's a case study I dropped in the thing about the tree trimming that I was talking about. It was from the Bronx, New York. You guys can take a look at it.
You know what? I don't remember. This meeting's not going to get too many views because I titled it Rob's Personal Meeting Room. Hang on one second. Uh, high level AI employee SEO uh premiere. That sounds like it'll get some good SEO. Oh, why'd I just undo changes? Give me one second, guys. High level AI employee SEO feature Mastermind. Boom. No, it's not made for kids. Save. All right.
Hey Rob, really quick, how do you handle A to P? Like, do you have
Yeah,
a dynamic landing page, etc.?
we do. I think we just get their domain and then throw our landing page on there, which has the opt-in and everything that we know gets approved. Man, is that basically how we do it?
yeah, so we have a pretty much a good layout and we have the copies ready for each of the campaigns. So we just deliver it with the domain of the specific company.
Okay. And how do we, where's the link to the resources that you offer as part of this?
I would go
Oh,
to
again.
clients.mastermarket.ai to get all of them, but this obviously there's more than is what's just in here. You know, you've got courses, you've got if you need the Zapier or the Make application, just let IT know and we'll give you access. You can only use it on the $500 Go High Level plan, and so we don't automatically send it to everybody because we don't want to overwhelm them with emails. But you got access to the Zapier and the Make application, which have over 100 API calls. You've got the supercharged AI employee snapshot, and you've also got an instantly replacement snapshot for writing cold emails. You've got a community mastery snapshot, which has our webinar with Mastermind flow with auto booking. There's a bunch of snapshots, and you would just go in here to get them. Um, Website template.
So is that on the Mass Market AI website?
It's on this new resource hub. So guys, if you want to get started cleanly, just go to the main course, which is the high level native AI course. Uh, Members. So it's AI initiates and learning. This is the main course. And this will walk you through setting up that custom menu link, which is what I was just showing you. You can get that page to be in your agency so that you can quickly, like from your agency, navigate to all those resources I was just showing you. This is going to help you set up the basic AI employee booking system and then drill down, get your email set up. Since they just changed the way you do domains, like you can do custom domain configuration. This is our setup guide for that. And then we have like more sophisticated AI setup that goes, down into where you've got it bucketed for clients and non-clients and stuff like that. So this is the base thing. I would start here. It'll probably take you like 4 or 5 hours to get all the way through. And then we have even more snapshots than that you get. But this is the one that's most refined and easiest to follow. They're not all put into courses yet. So
Yeah.
And
So
how do
if
we
we,
get there again?
Lessons in here.
just go to learning in the community.
Okay.
so if we're I'm not looking to run an agency, I'm running a business, not an
Mhm.
agency. Do you still want me to go to that and at least be
Yeah,
familiar with it?
this is for setting up a business. So you would go through this each time you're setting up a business in your agency, essentially. So
I
this
mean, for
this
my own
course will
business.
set up this course will set up the AI systems and email systems for one business. And so if you're doing an agency, the first one you'd set up is the agency. It's the business that you're using to run the agency. And then it would be your first client and so forth. And that course lets you customize it out for any industry. Does that make sense, Butch?
I'm not looking at this to sell, go high level. I'm looking at it to use for my personal use. I have no
Right.
knowledge of, I mean, I'm going to do the done for you thing all the way through with you guys.
Right. So I would
So
just leave that alone. You know, don't
thank you.
don't yeah. If you want to be done for you, leave this alone, man.
Yeah.
If you're
Yeah.
if you're a business owner who's doing this themselves, or you're an agency owner who wants to do it themselves, go through it. This stuff is not necessarily what I would call easy. If you are a beginner, you just want to dip your toes into AI and dip your toes into high level, the best thing to do would just be this basic setup. It'll take 1 hour. Anyone can do it, and in 1 hour, you'll have AI booking and question answering over all channels. And that gives you like a sense of what workflows are like and some of the basics. And then this custom
Right.
menu link is something anybody could do too, but it gets, more and more
Yeah.
complicated the
Yeah.
further you go down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you paste the link on the chat, please? Because I'm trying to find it and I'm not.
The first one, when you
AI
open it up,
initiates.
yeah.
That's out of school or?
No, it's Go High Level Community.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Yep. You would have had an email that would have come the day I gave you access to the clients and
Okay,
affiliates tab,
cool. Okay,
which is right here.
I'll find it.
And then this is the main thing you want to read. I think you hopped on late and I had said like I was going to send you the recording and then
Yeah,
it took
you
me a
were
couple
gonna
days
send me the
longer. I
links.
remember now. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think I did though, when like a couple days later after I got your second email or something like that, right?
I don't recall getting them, no.
Well, my bad, bro.
It's all good.
I remember seeing your message about it and I could have sworn I responded.
Yeah, I have the message. But if you could send it really quick, I'd appreciate it.
It's in the chat, I think.
All
Yeah.
right, cool. Let me grab it. Thank you.
Super Mario, what are you going to be working on? What are you going to use the AI for, specifically?
In terms of the A to P stuff I was asking, or just
Yeah.
in
Just whatever you think is going to best use of what people that you're trying to contact. What's the biggest one you think is going to help you go smoother?
I think like for us right now, we're marketing heavily AI employee, but specifically building skills to build AI agents because everyone and their mother is doing AI employee and conversational AI, but the real skill set is in the AI agents that you customize for specific businesses. So it's really mastering AI employee and waiting for outbound to come out a little bit because you can do outbound with a VAPI, but it becomes more costly. Most small businesses, unless you're going slightly higher, which is where we should be, are gonna struggle with paying, you know, 20 cents a minute, and then you have to mark that up because that's your cost. So really looking for leveraging inbound now for with Go High Level, but ultimately outbound. Except outbound, you have to be super careful with the laws that was supposed to come out in January and didn't come out, where you're going to have written knowledge of written permission from whoever you call. But ultimately, it's really to build AI agents. That's really what separates everybody.
Is that the same as agentic AI?
Agentic, yeah, I mean, all agentic is where the agent is making the decisions. That's what they call agentic. And
More
when you
like totally
build,
autonomous.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
More like
it's
operator.
making yeah, and the results are gonna differ, right? Because the agent may not necessarily pick what you think, whereas one that you program is gonna do it kind of the same way because you've built walls around them and boundaries.
So when you say like building AI agents rather than a chat bot, what I think of is what you could do in a workflow where you take the data coming in and you're having multiple prompts that are designed to achieve a specific purpose, right? That's a function
Yeah,
that business has to do.
well, but I'm talking more N8N, where you can pretty much connect anything to anything and do just about anything. So you're not limited to just the workflow.
Okay. So one that is more combined, like an operator, one that is slightly agentic.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. Because
Okay.
you're taking like I'll give you a perfect example. And maybe you could do this in Go High Level. But there are agents right now that'll take, for example, a sales call, people that do sales calls. You know,
Hmm.
traditionally, if you've ever done sales, you go in, you take notes. Well, now you do a Zoom call, you can get a Fathom like we all have over
Right.
here. You get a summary, you get the transcript, etc. But now you can have an AI agent take that summary, that transcript, everything that happened in that meeting, turn it into a full-blown quote that eventually becomes an invoice or vice versa.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
So you can do that kind of stuff in workflow. You can take like, so we'll grab, so when a call ends, like with, and you have Fathom or Fireflies, whatever, taking the notes, it's going to drop an email into your inbox, which you can have synced up with Go High Level with a two-way sync. And you can have it searching for Fathom notes, your meeting ended. And then you can have it parse it to figure out which client it is. First, it would save it to a custom value, which is system wide. And then you'd be able to associate it with a contact from there. And then you in workflow can then break it down. You'd have to customize the prompts for that specific quoting process. But yeah, you could do the same thing. You do the same thing in workflow.
see,
And
but
that's where
here,
the,
see, this is what makes Rob good. He makes he has a solution. I'm gonna give you one that I don't think you'll be able to do. You're a
hmm
recruiter. You
hmm
have thousands of resumes. How do you get Go High Level to go through those resumes, take this job post, map it to the most highly qualified people, and break down 1,000 uh, resume kind of thing into the top
well,
10 or top 25.
so you've got contacts, right? So you can do custom objects, but I think we would still just use the contacts objects for your candidates. So we take the contacts and we have a new custom field that's for the resume. So I'm not sure how they're going to import these, but we need a process that's going to just take the text from that resume and import it into the contact field. That could be done a bunch of different ways. You could do it through email, like I was saying, it'd be one possible way. And then once you get it into the system, so getting it into the system shouldn't be hard. We just need that text in the custom field.
Right.
And then we're going to have a bunch of prompts analyze that resume. First, we might break it down into chunks. So we say, hey, prompt one, take this resume and I want you to pull out just this one part right here because you want to break it down into small enough chunks where you can analyze them properly. So it would just be a really complicated workflow with a lot of small prompts. You need to break it down into small enough prompts that it doesn't mess up. That's one of the keys. And then the great thing about AI Employee is since you can go unlimited for $97 a month, you can have as many prompts in there as you want, and it's going to be a flat cost of 97, which is where it's going to beat other systems in the terms of the cost for analyzing all those.
100%.
So you could analyze thousands of them. It could be 20,000 prompts you fire off, and it'd be at $97 a month.
Yeah. Plus
I would love to
conversational
help you
AI
build something
too.
like that.
Hey Rob, so that's the selling point of the AI employee is getting
That's
that.
the selling point.
That makes
Like, yeah. So if you, for instance, if you like with our custom email copywriter, every prompt that you fire, if you're going, um, if you're not unlimited, is 2 cents per prompt. And then even if you were to process all of these to write 1,000 custom emails just through OpenAI, your cost would still be really high. If you were doing thousands of emails a day, it would be more than $100 a month. And so that is where Go High Level wins. With our custom email copywriter, we're taking the CSV and we say, okay, first we're going to use the city they're in. And we're going to write one sentence that says, hey, I was in your neighborhood and I saw this landmark the other day and the weather was like this because AI can know what the weather would be like during certain times of the year in a certain city, even without internet access. So you break it down a bunch of prompts that write a hyper personalized email based on the CSV data you have. It's maybe like 5 or 6 prompts, and you get a really custom email as an introduction email. Now that would be you can send 1,000 emails for 60 cents in high level, but the AI cost would be 10 cents per email if you didn't have unlimited for 97 a month. And so building agents in high level with the unlimited AI employee is extremely valuable. And I don't know how they pay. I don't know how they're planning on paying for that, but I just don't think there's a lot of people that are going to use it the way that I'm going to use it. So I think most people they end up making money on, but I'm going to be the one that they lose money on.
They'll change their pricing schedule.
Yeah, I don't think there's not gonna be many people that know how to use it like that though.
That's how they compete because that's a great angle.
Yeah. So that's one example, but another example is what Mario was just saying. You could use it to analyze a ton of resumes. Um, and the cool thing is now that there's these custom objects in high level, you can even add in new categories. So like we have, well, this is going to kind of get off topic. It's not really directly related to what we're talking about. I don't want to confuse you guys, so I'm not going to say it. It'll confuse you guys probably. But yeah, so Mario, it would just be it would take time to figure out how to break that resume down and analyze it properly in a way that's going to fire consistently, but it would not be impossible at all.
Yep.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is you just have to formulate it how you want it, and then you can set it up to all the different steps. Like, what are the most
Yeah.
important things in the resume? What are you looking for that stands out? You may make certain things that stands out, and then that's what you want to focus on whenever it's running through there.
And the other real trick to it is breaking the process down into as small chunks as possible so that the AI is able to do a good job of each part. So like with the custom email copywriter, we don't have one prompt that says write a something about their location and weather and time of year here, and then mention what types of software you think they'd be able to use from Go High Level the most in their job, given their job title. You don't do it all at once. You have to break it down into like a bunch of small steps so that it does a good job and works consistently. And then you take the outputs from each of those different prompts and you fill a custom field with them, and then you drop the final template has a custom field for each output from each of the prompts. That's how you do it. Then you might have one last prompt that cleans up the formatting of all of it together. So let me see how we're doing on time. We're about to be at the jump off. See how many bookings we got. $49. Nyan, did the second message go out? Because we had 49, I thought, 3 hours ago. Did the
Let me
reminder
check
to
on
previous
that.
bookers?
Oh, that went out actually.
Okay.
Yes.
Maybe they're just getting tired of seeing our messages. Anybody got anything else on their mind? All right. Lauren Quinn. Hey, Lauren. I didn't even see Dale was in here. It's been a while since I've seen him too. Lauren, are we still good for our meeting later today? Yeah. Cool. She got me in chat. Mm. Yeah. Let me go over there, guys. Kind of nice now that I just have the background like this, I can move around. I sit on the couch sometimes, but my back kind of starts hurting from that couch anyway, so probably good that I had to come over here.
What floor are you on, Rob?
28.
All right. How tall is your building?
It's 29. There's one above
29.
us.
All
Yeah.
right.
But I think I'm gonna start traveling more, and my home base is in Charlotte because my family's here. The problem in the past was that I just didn't come home enough because I was paying so much rent in Miami. It was like I was paying mine and then half of one of my roommates, so it was 6,500, and that's so I didn't go home. I was like, no, I'm spending too much to be here. So what I'm gonna do is just stay in my parents in Charlotte when I'm here for a couple weeks at a time, and then and travel the world is my plan for the next year.
Good for you.
Still, I want to come home at least. I'm not going to leave unless I have my flight back booked because that was the problem. I don't want to make sure, but if I'm living in places that's really cheap, it'll still be less expensive than even where I'm at right now. Um, so yeah, and it doesn't make sense to keep an apartment if I'm not going to be home enough to enjoy it. So that is my plan.
What country you headed to first?
I can't decide if I want to do Thailand. Oh, looks like I got some grease on the on the camera here. Don't look at my stomach. All right, there we go. I didn't get it off very well. Hang on. Uh, Thailand, Colombia, really inexpensive places. Well, I want to be on the beach and I love tropical, but the problem is time zone. So here, maybe you guys can give me some feedback. Here's what I'm thinking. If I live in Thailand, I could do it's going to be 5 a.m. is 5 p.m. So I was thinking I could wake up at 5 a.m. and go and work until 5 p.m. And that would be, I'd be able to serve you guys from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. How would you guys feel about meeting outside of business hours, like right at 5 p.m. instead of 2 p.m.? Would that be easier for you guys, 5 or 6 p.m.? Or do you like meeting earlier? Because I'm totally flexible. I could just say Columbia just to make it easier, Everybody's saying good. And I should test it out to make sure that that's going to work with the newcomers. But if you guys, my current clients, are saying that's easier for you, then that means the people that I want that I want to come to the meetings, it's going to be easier for them too. Because I don't, if they're not like you guys, then it's not the people I'm trying to talk to. They're not the ones that close or need help. So, everybody said easier. Would it be harder for anybody? Okay. Yeah, Chris, are you still there? Or are you back? He might be. I don't know if he can talk right now. Chris Malche he's in Colombia for 5 more weeks. But yeah, Colombia is beautiful and it'd be dirt cheap. I can save up more money, and that's probably what's most important. I'm trying to scale back on the lavish stuff and focus on uh, affiliate commission and sustainability. You know what? I think I told you guys about that class action that the guy tried getting me with, even though I was being fully compliant. It was a Facebook opt-in lead. And guess what? A guy booked on my calendar just randomly. He came in and booked on my calendar. I didn't even have to call him. And 5 minutes into the conversation, I realized he has a team of attorneys in the state in California. And I was like, he was going to do DIY. And I was like, you know what? Let me just do your setup for you. Help me out with, I already had everything prepared, all the evidence. And so I think I'm good on that. I think I just saved, hopefully, he said I should get a email tomorrow. So I'm like, whoo, thank goodness. Had me sweating a little bit.
Chris, are you in Medellin? Where are you at in Colombia?
Yeah, Chris is off.
He's got some ladies over right now. He can't talk. He just
I was gonna ask you if you were going for the lady angle. A lot of beautiful women in Colombia.
time zone, ladies. Yeah. Yeah. I think I'd rather be at the beach than Medellin, but I don't know. I'm
Oh,
undecided.
Chris is sharing. He's chatting.
He's
He's
got
in
his
a
wife.
call. No, no
Yeah,
ladies, just his
just his
beautiful wife.
wife.
Yeah,
That's what I
well,
like to
he
hear.
has a wife, right?
See,
But Rob may not.
yeah, that's the problem is I really do want to part of the reason I came to Charlotte is because I want to have my wife's family be near my family. And
Okay.
so that's the only thing I'm kind of concerned about with the plan. But I guess I can find one and bring her back, can I? So I guess I'll do that too. I don't know if that's a good idea. Mm. All right. Should have people jumping in any minute now.
Yeah, I think
Richard.
Richard is new. Yep.
Richard, nice to meet you, man. Where are you from? We can help him get off mute.
I'm Philadelphia area, about 30 miles
Philadelphia.
north but I just
All
moved
right.
from Charlotte.
Oh, no way.
I own the Transworld business franchise down there in Huntersville.
What are the odds of that? Well, cool.
Yeah,
How long ago did you move? So
I
you know the
sold it
city
in
back there, huh?
sold it in 21 and moved up here in 22 to take care of my mom, who's be 100 in May. My stepdad's 103.
Awesome.
So
Well, that's why I came back to Charlotte too, to be near my family. That's what's most important to me. I think you caught the tail end of me talking about my love life.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yeah. That is the one thing I debate about. My priority really is to start a family, so I don't know. I guess we'll figure it out. But tell
Intention
me about
statement, clear intention statement, man. What
that
do you
is the
want?
priority. Yeah, that is what I want. Um,
Question
so
is
tell
it written?
it is. That's what it got. We moved back here. I was in LA and Miami for 2 years, and
You
then I
don't
came
look
back
like the
here.
LA Miami type.
No, I came back here a year ago, and my family's been there, and there's been too many times in my life where I learned that the people you meet out in LA and Miami are not going to be there, and
Yep.
pretty much anyone besides your family, to be honest. So, but tell me about your business now. Like, what got you to this meeting? What was the main thing that you were interested in?
Short history. I've done all kinds of things. I've got a engineering degree, MBA, worked at NSA for 15 years. So
Oh,
I've got a
cool.
tech background. I've owned a number of businesses, but the coaching practice, I started with Think and Grow Rich back in the 80s. I've
Mm-hmm.
actually worked the stage with Dan Kennedy in 88,
Oh, cool.
89. And then I just kind of went from business to business and traveled around and over the years built up a coaching
All right.
practice that was working and subsequently decided that like you said, family was more important. I shut
Yeah.
everything down with COVID, came back up here and
Okay.
now I'm ready to
Well,
get
cool.
back started again. I am a certified trainer with Napoleon Hill Foundation. I
Awesome.
have
Well, this is a Richard, I don't want to cut you too short, but I need to greet everybody that's in here or they're going to jump out.
oh,
So
okay.
I want to greet everybody that's jumping in and then I'm going to loop back around. But this platform is
Okay.
perfect for coaching. And I want to say a bunch of stuff back to you, but I just want to make sure I greet everybody because it'll probably only be like
Take
10
it.
people that join
Go
and
for
they'll
it.
jump out if I don't greet them. I know from experience. So, Leo, man, I don't think I've met you before, have I?
I've sat it on one of yours before,
Okay.
but I
Been a while.
so I'm just trying. I almost missed it today because I was doing something else, and it caught my
I'm glad we
attention.
got you.
With all your good reminders along the way, keeping me focused
Yeah.
back at it. So thank you.
No
Um,
problem. I always
and
assume like if they haven't said stop yet, they want to come. I'm gonna keep on sending them. They'll eventually. Sometimes I feel like it's overkill, but
yeah.
I think we get enough people that come in here and say just that. So remind me about your business real quick and like the main thing that you think could be helpful to you. And then I don't know if there's anybody else new in here. I think one person jumped off. Is John that says guest, is that one we know or not?
So in short, I recently retired, forced retired,
Mm-hmm.
layoff, and I'm re-gearing up on a couple different fronts. I'm trying to decide which one's going to be the best
Okay.
uh, going forward. So I'm still somewhat in the exploratory phases. So I'm absorbing all this information and
Okay.
seeing what makes sense for me.
So are you deciding like marketing agency or other types of businesses? Tell me like your couple options real quick, like what your
Sure.
main
Sure.
contenders are.
So I had kicked off a Shopify store, which I really haven't released as of yet of consequence. Uh, I'm getting ready to potentially front end some artists for their artwork and
Hmm.
represent them and just make a commission on the sales of their art and promote them through and right now I'm getting ready to promote one that's going to be towards a fundraiser for the LA fires. So
Okay.
I'm hoping to spin that off and I will be visiting Grant next week as well.
Okay. Visiting where?
Grant Cardone in
Oh,
Vegas,
oh, cool. That
10X.
is awesome. I've seen him speak one time in Miami, and it was amazing.
So,
Um,
it,
and so I'm gonna circle back to you, John
sure,
or
no problem.
Leo. I got a good idea of what you're looking for. And then John, is that John? John, that's our client that was on here earlier. No, it's a new. Oh, that is John. John Foray. Good to see you, brother. You changed your setting. I was like, I'm not sure it's the same guy. So we got Ed in here and Nate. I would love for you guys to let me know where you're calling from and the main thing that you came on here to learn so I can suit this to you. Nate, you look like you're off mute. Maybe working on the microphone though. Ed, trying to figure it out too.
Yeah, I'm in Atlanta.
Okay, Atlanta. And then tell me like the main thing that you came here to learn a little bit about your business. And if you know what Go High Level is, are you currently using it?
No, I'm not using it.
Okay. What kind of business do you have?
Heating and air.
Heating and air. Okay, perfect. Heating and air, like I have a friend Lewis that has a giant agency serving the heating and air space. But
Mhm.
the number one thing, like tell me, if your clients come one time, you make, let's say you make $100,000 if they come one time. But if you get every client to come back just one more time, that's 200,000. So I don't know if you use the term frequency, but that's a huge, one of the most important metrics for your business, and that is what High Level is here to do. It's to help get people back in the door that already came. So I'll talk to you a little bit about what we would do for you in the very beginning if you came and had us work for you, or if you did it yourself, like what I would do first steps with this system. But you get a 30-day trial of this software. And if you do this yourself, I promise you can get a lot of people that came back into your business. Tell me, how long have you been in business?
About 3 years.
Okay, so you've got quite a list of clients at this point, past clients.
Give it a take. Yeah.
Yeah. How many do you think you'd say? How many people do you have their number?
I don't know, 300.
Okay, cool. We can help you boost that up. There's some good advertising you can do with this system, and I'll cover some of that stuff here in just a second. So I think, did we just loot? We had somebody else in here that was new. I want to greet real quick. Mario Leo. Chris. Nice to meet you, man. If you can come off, I think you're still muted. Come off and tell me if you can. I know you're driving, but if you can come off, tell me where you're located and like if you already know what High Level is and what kind of business you have.
Yeah, I know what HighLevel is. I have a estate planning business and a nonprofit I run.
Okay, cool. Do you already have a High Level account?
I do, but I hate it because
Okay.
the affiliate I have sucks and they don't
Okay.
know how to do anything. So that's why I'm here.
Okay. Well, that's the thing. Like it's a lot to learn. I became an affiliate after using it to scale 3 businesses of my own to 6 figures a month. And then I actually, even before I became an affiliate, I used AI to teach me how to code and made software for the platform. That's how much I love Go High Level. And so we've got like a bunch of stuff I give away as an affiliate. And then I have a whole done for you side, which is, I think, I don't know how many other affiliates have that aspect where they have a big team. But I just sold a company that had 80 employees and 2,000 subscribers. It was a business funding and credit repair company in High Level. So I'm not afraid of scale or systems and doing the part that's not as fun. So
Sure.
I'll tell you more about how that breaks down, but I'm sure you saw the headline about how much cheaper it is the way we do things. We don't charge retainers, we don't charge subscriptions. We do have retainers, but it never expires. And that's how it ends up being so much cheaper. So I'll cover that here in a minute. Now, can you touch back on the types of business again? I can't remember what you said.
Estate planning and a nonprofit.
Okay.
And also, and my spouse has a insurance agency, and we have another affiliate that is a registered investment advisor.
Okay. So are you an attorney? Estate
So
planning attorney?
no, I am not. But I've done a ton of personal planning for my own family. As an example, I did a charitable trust in 1988 for my own family. So I've done a lot of higher level estate planning, and I
Okay.
tend to know more than the average attorney.
I wouldn't be
And
surprised.
with it, yeah, well, anyway, with the
That's easy.
and that has been the case because I've actually had clients that didn't know about it and paid tons of money to get the opinion that says I was right. So, you know,
Well, cool.
that's the way it goes.
I think there are a ton of, so you know Go High Level. So it sounds like maybe you just had, I don't see anybody new in here. So I'm just going to ask you, what kind of trouble have you been having? Are you trying to set it up yourself, or was your affiliate trying to set it up for you?
Well, you know, I understand all the concepts of creating a funnel from, you know, one of the nice things is with the nonprofit, once my, and I don't want to dive into the details, but long story short, if you have a 501c3 nonprofit, Google will give you $10,000 a
Yeah,
month
yeah.
in free ads. So I'm using that. And I need to have, I've got a video. I want to be able to have the ads drive people to a video, watch the video. Then if they opt out, drip on them to get them back. Then they go to a campaign qualifier to see if they're qualified. Then they go to a sales page. And any point in time they drop out, I want to have a drip campaign built for them so I don't lose them. And it's the same thing because I
I
do
love that.
seminars, you
You
know?
know, if you've got that 10K ad spend every month like that, that you can really choose to be very selective about who you speak with, and you can create a really awesome situation for yourself. So I'd love to help you with that. And I don't know if you've seen the way that I do it is kind of similar. Like I force people to go to this masterclass page first, and then they come here, and only after they've come here or watched the masterclass do I let them book a 15-minute call. So like by the time they get one-on-one with me, this is an onboarding call. It's not a, qualification call anymore. And I've adapted this structure for solar companies and companies that typically only do one-on-one. You know, some people don't want to watch the webinar, so I have this group. It's a group qualification call is what this is. You know what I mean?
Right.
And this can be adapted for any type of situation. And then by the time they move to the next phase from here, it's really, really easy. So we have this community mastery snapshot where basically it's a webinar, and then I do a reactivation of so all the leads come in the webinar first, but then 3 times a week I'm reactivating my entire list. But I'm putting a different spin on what we're going to talk about. And that's, if you're a master of what you do, it shouldn't be too hard. There's always something new to talk about in your business, in your industry. And so I'm like, here's the new high level feature, or here's the new thing that, like the new tax credit thing that I've been talking about lately. It's new
Yeah.
stuff that I'm bringing into the business. So that structure works real well, and we could adapt it for you, my man. So I'll tell you a little bit more about all the bonuses that come on in my affiliate side. So you can either, to get access to all my free stuff, you can either upgrade your high level account, or you can use my code for AI employee. Earlier on the session with the current clients, we were talking about how awesome AI employee is if you use it right, because it'll give you unlimited tokens. So most systems, they get pretty expensive if you're processing a ton of data, and you can build AI agents inside Go High Level workflows. And then for 97 a month, you get unlimited tokens. So unlimited executions, unlimited usage of this, which is very valuable if you do it right, if you know how to take advantage of it.
Quick
So,
question.
yeah.
With the current affiliate I have, which I'm not happy with, I've got, I don't know, maybe 18,000 contacts in there. And I don't want to lose any of that. And I've got to the point where I'm fairly close to having my landing page built. Can you take that stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Well, are you in his agency, or is he in your affiliate? Do you have your own agency or no?
No.
So I help you own your own agency, brother. So I'm going to put you in your own so you have full control and no one ever can have the keys to your system again. I get to go, I'm sponsored by Go High Level, which is the main company, and I help people start their own agencies, but I also help small businesses get into their own agency, which is how I started. I started with my own agency, nobody doing it for me, and I just figured this out from scratch back in 2019. And so we do have some people in my agency, but I really just like to get people in their own so they own it. I get a 40% commission off your 97 a month that you pay to Go High Level, and you have full control of your system. So I make 40 bucks a month recurring, and then I just charge a one-time retainer of hours. And I'm going to explain how we like maximize the way you can use those hours and how it really breaks down in terms of what it costs to set up a funnel and what it costs with us compared to other people, but it is like 15% the cost. So I'll help you go miles for the same amount that you would end up being able to get a funnel done for.
Okay.
And then own it so you don't just keep paying when I'm not working. You only pay when we work. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So Luz Santiago, nice to meet you. How are you? If you can come off mute, I'd love to know where you're calling from and then what you know about High Level. We're almost at the mark where most people stop hopping in. So I'm going to get into what all my bonuses are and everything like that in just a second here. Miss Santiago, you can hit in chat, text me in chat if you can't speak, but just let me know what kind of business you have and if you're already using High Level. And same with Nina. Nina, I don't know if I'm saying it right, but I'd love to know for your first and last name so I can find you in the system later. And oh, there you are. What's up, bro? Can you come off mute and tell me? I understand you might be at work, it looks like, so you can hit me in chat if you want. Jason Harper, appreciate it, man. Tell me, do you know what High Level is and what type of business do you have? You can just text in the chat. And same with Luz. I'd love for you to send me a message. I think she might have popped out. Yep. Well, Jason, if you can text me if you already know what High Level is and what type of business you're thinking of using it for, or you're already using it for, that'd be awesome. Or come off mute and tell me. But I'm about to go into all my bonuses and what High Level is, what the AI employee is, and how we build a system in High Level for your business that you own um, at a cost that's way, way less than other agencies or even cheaper than hiring a VA. I believe that it makes sense to invest a lot of time to build these automated agents and to build these automated processes inside your business, but kind of only when you own it. So I help you get a lot more done in a way that you own it so that we can be equipped and automated so we can be competitive with this AI future that's coming. So I'll tell you guys my story real quick. I graduated from a good college in Charlotte or in North Carolina, Chapel Hill, and then I went to prison for 3 years for drug trafficking. My parents were pastors. I kind of lost my way in college. I knew I didn't want to be an employee and I just didn't know what to do. So panicked and sold drugs. I went to prison and I'd say that's when everything changed for me. Finally, I had my back against the wall. Finally, nothing was gonna be handed to me. And I'm a fighter. So I started lifting weights. I put on a lot of muscle. I got disciplined and meditated every day and I turned my life around. Say a year and a half in is really when my heart changed. And I really want to make my parents proud and felt terrible about how I had disrespected them. So I got out. It took a while to get my first sales job. I got a sales job in cold calling for a digital marketing firm. And I was number one in my first month at the biggest digital marketing firm in the world at the time, web.com. I worked really hard. I came in early, did everything I could. First deal I closed, biggest deal in channel history. And then 2 years later, I broke the all-time monthly sales record and quit to start my solar company, which was in Forbes last year, one of the top companies in Boston. I also just sold a seven-figure, like $1 million annual recurring revenue credit repair and funding business to my partner, who started with me in that training class in that first sales job. Because at this point, I've fallen in love with High Level. I got burnt in solar by an installer, and I knew that I wanted to control fulfillment. So I went all in on HighLevel, learned how to code, and here we are today with the same team that I used to run my businesses and I used to help me build the software when I learned how to code. They're still here with me. 2 years later, I've had all of them for about 2 years. And this is the secret of how I built my businesses is by using VAs on a project basis to get this kind of stuff done. And so now I've got my team that's really well trained. They know everything just as well as I do or better. And we've got a format here that's really, really good for you. I want you guys to have the same kind of ownership of your system that I did. So I like for people to be in their own agencies. You know, I make less money, but guess what? It's way stickier. You guys will be my clients for life because I'm going to give you a better deal than anybody else will. You're going to own it in your agency. My team is going to do hourly work, and we clock it all with a tracking system. If you need a report, we can give you screenshots every 15 seconds, app activity, productivity levels. And then the secret is really having somebody that can give vision. So me and you on these masterminds, which I do 3 times a week, are going to come here together and we're going to have vision for what your project needs to be, for your business needs to look like, to find the bottlenecks in your business and eliminate them permanently. And then we're going to go to the next one. So as long as you keep coming to these meetings, if something's not working between you and the VAs, if like you're not getting the result you want, this is where I'm available here to help you get the result. And that's what's missing from most marketing situations. You're not dealing with the owner who scaled a business using the systems like that. And so you'll be here. I'm here for you 3 times a week. And the team's here too. We got Nyan, he's the head of the team. And so as long as you have a DevOps bank with us, as long as you're not out of hours, you get a complimentary one-on-one meeting with them every week that doesn't use your hours. And then you get I'm on here 3 times a week where you can come and we can push things forward. You can bring your problems that you're having, why things aren't working, and we'll help knock down what needs to happen next. So now I'm going to talk about HighLevel a little bit, and then but I kind of wanted to give you guys that rundown. I'm going to greet Garth real quick that just jumped in. Garth, how's it going, brother? My name's Rob. Nice to meet you. I don't think maybe I've met you before. Have we, Garth? Have we spoken? I don't think I met you before, have I? I know you're driving. Can you come off mute? I put you on the spot while he's driving. I'm gonna get you off mute, whether you like it or not. I'm just kidding, bro. If you can't talk, there you go. How's it going, man?
Hey, everybody, how you doing?
I'm good, man. Nice to meet you. Tell me about where you're calling from and what type of business you have or want to have, and then if you know what HighLevel is or don't.
I seen y'all sent me this the information on this. I didn't know what y'all had going on. I wanted to check it out, but I'm in Little Rock, Arkansas, and
Okay.
my business it isn't anything flashy. I do line striping, so
Line striping. So like,
yep.
tell me what that is. Just I have some ideas in my head. I'm not sure if I'm right.
So in a parking lot, right?
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I was thinking parking lots, football fields. Is that right?
Parking lots. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
just parking lots.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha, man. Well, dude, those are the best kind of businesses. You know, there's always a need for them, and um, any type of small business, Go HighLevel is perfect for. So you missed a little bit of my intro. I'm gonna guys, there's this link right here. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat too. It's got what we call the Mastermind survey. Nyan probably already dropped it. He did. So this is gonna help you get, if you want to, the first part will just collect your information and let me know, like the same thing I just asked you guys all to share with me. Some people don't come off mute, so I'm like, hey, everybody just fill this out. And then once you finish the first part, it's going to reload. It's going to send you all the links you would need to become affiliated with me. The instructions, if you already have an agency, you can either upgrade or you can add my code for AI employee, which is just $97 a month. For that, you get access to all the stuff I'm about to tell you about and these 3 mastermind events. And that's everything you need to do everything yourself. And then, of course, we have done for you side. I highly recommend not doing this yourself if you're a small business owner, unless you're in one of those bootstrap moments with your back against the wall, like I've been a million times. And guess how I got good at HighLevel to this degree? I got screwed over for 300 grand, had my back against the wall, and had to figure it out. And I used HighLevel to figure it out. And that, that was, I guess, the first time HighLevel helped me out of a corner. But yeah, so I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit about a little bit about what HighLevel is. And I know some of you may need, well, yeah, let's just start with this survey. So I'm going to pop this open. I'm going to share my screen. At the end, I'm going to share a one-on-one calendar for you guys. You can get to that one-on-one calendar through this survey. The survey is going to collect your basic info, and then it's going to reload. And then it's going to say, it's going to give you the instructions for getting affiliated. And there are a bunch of different ways to do it. If you don't have Go High Level right now, or if you have if you want to get out of your existing agency. So I was talking to Chris. Chris, you can just start your own agency, and I can show you how to get that guy to move your sub account out and into your agency. And if he won't, we can rebuild everything we've got in there. But you'll just tell him, hey man, I just started my own agency and I need to move my sub account in. And if you need to, you can tell him, hey, I still want you to work on it, but I want to keep it in my agency. And he'll move it, and then you have control of it. Right. So this is going to this survey, if you say, it's going to ask you, it'll say, hey, what kind of Go High Level account do you have? You say, I have a sub account in somebody else's agency, would be the answer you would pick. And then it's going to walk you through starting your agency, and it's going to give you the message to send to him. If you already had an agency that's fully upgraded, you're on the 497 plan, you can just add my code for AI employee and turn on one sub account and get 97 a month. So if you're brand new, there's a 30-day trial. So Chris, like for you, you'll have a 30-day trial. And then you'd only pay after 30 days 97 straight to Go High Level, or a done for you hours bank if you want me to work on things for you. So down here we hit all the important things that and some resources that are down here I want to show you guys. So this checklist right here, we call my 42 tool checklist. I call it my 10K checklist. This has all the software Go High Level can replace and how you identify bottlenecks. And if you have a business you've been running, I guarantee that you got at least probably $1,000 a month in software, unless I love software, so I'll just sign up for anything. So I ended up with quite a bill for software myself. And you can go through here and you can identify all the things you're using that you can replace with this one $97 a month software. The cool thing about High Level, setting up all these systems, you can set up everything faster, like setting up calendars, setting up anything in here, making a website. You can set it up faster than any other system. And they're going to integrate the phone systems and the texting systems and the website hosting, but they do the integration work for you. So you basically sign up with them one time, you fill out your information, and they connect you to all these other services that you need. So it's all in one place and really, really easy to use. And at the end of this meeting, if we have a little time, I may go through and just show you what it looks like if you don't know. But there's no other system that's going to have this many different things integrated in one place. I don't think there's anything that compares to Go High Level in terms of how much they've integrated into one place. And that's the thing. Everything's getting replaced with software and with AI. But if you have a million different things you're trying to use, it's such a mess. It's such a mess. And I used to do like third-party AI voice and integrate these things into High Level. And that was the worst part of my business, the integrations. That's where all the glitches come. That's where all the headache comes. And now High Level has even that stuff is now in-house. So I can't wait to tell you some of the tricks I've brought in from me having been doing AI voice and texting so long. I've got some tricks that I've brought into High Level that you guys are going to think are really cool, and I'm excited to share. But for now, you can use this to identify all the software you can replace and migrate in. If you're just getting started in High Level, or if you're doing it yourself, or if you're having us do it, go through this. Identify all the things that you want to move in. Like you say, oh, I'm paying $100 for DocuSign. There's one thing, right? You can go through all these things, find the things you can move in, and we can migrate them for you. So that can be square one. Maybe it takes my team 10 hours to migrate software that would cost you, $3K a year. If it's just 300 a month, that's 3K a year, guys. And so if you can get rid of $300 a month of software, you can pay my team to move it over, and it's a one-time cost. And then now you're down to just all in 97 a month. Now that's one really important part of you getting situated in the platform. The next important part is taking your old data. So like every person's phone number you ever got. Now this data might be in your credit card processor. It might be in your email. Who knows where it is, where all these names, phones, emails for all your past customers, and not just customers, but people who reached out and you didn't close, people who canceled, everything. We're going to take that information and we're going to break it down. We're going to break it down in, this is called segmenting it. We're going to break it down into categories. We're going to clean it up, get rid of all the bad emails, get rid of all the bad phone numbers, and we're going to create some campaigns, some texts and emails to go back out to these people to get them back in the door. So, for instance, the guy that had the heating and air business, the guy that had the lime company, you guys can reach back out to all your old clients. You're going to have a huge first month of using HighLevel. This thing's going to be a 30-day trial, then 97 a month. And if you just do this one thing, you're going to blow that cost away. You're going to cover years of cost of the system in that first month. Any business who's established and doing these things properly, 30% of your revenue should be coming from your past clients and from your reactivation campaigns and nurture campaigns. What we call the process of reaching back out to those old clients, I'll either call it a reactivation or a nurture. So if you hear me say that, that's what I'm talking about. Like reactivating them in your business. And guys, just so you know, if you're looking at starting a marketing agency or you're a small business, I help both of you guys. I ran my small business in this system before I started my agency. It's all the same thing. You're either going to be setting up your business or you're going to be setting up your clients' businesses. I'm giving you guys the square ones of what you're going to do in that first 30 days so that you make way more than the 97 before you ever pay. Now, what makes my setup special? You know, this is my favorite thing to talk about. So I've got some things that nobody else has. So if you go to first I'm gonna tell you what AI Employee does, guys. It can optimize your websites for SEO. They just added a new thing in that does that. So it even does your Google My Business listing postings and everything. It can reply to all your reviews. It can book all of your appointments. Guys, I book about 300 appointments a week just with the AI system and HighLevel. And I just had businesses with the credit business I just sold my partner a few months ago has 80 salespeople. I don't need any salespeople anymore at all. It's just me. And I hold more appointments, you know, that company, I'd be surprised if it holds 300 a week. I don't know if it does or not. Probably. Yeah, it probably does, but they have 80 people. So it's more about the ad spend, and my ad spend will get me up to more than that at some point, just doing it solo. So it can build your websites. So AI Employee can build a website instantly. It can build your automation workflows now. You can say, hey, I want to build an automation that does this. It will create it. And it can come, all those different softwares I showed you, they're all tied together in the automation side. So I think I'm sharing my screen. I'll show you guys real quick what I mean. Like here's the automation section. It's kind of hard for me to pick. We've got like been doing this for years, so there's a ton in here. I'm just gonna go to a random one. So this workflow catches the transcript of an AI call when it finishes, and then takes actions. So first it figures out what action needs to be taken, and then takes the action. But the cool thing is their new AI thing right here. You can click here and say, hey, I want to optimize this workflow. I want you to explain what the hell this thing does. I want you to make it do this. It's so freaking cool, guys. All those tools are connected in here. And this is how AI is going to take over your business and do it all for you, just like this. It's happening right here. There's no other system that has this many tools in one place. And having them in one place is what makes this cost effective. You don't pay anything for these workflow runs. It's all inside HighLevel and doesn't cost extra. There are some actions that do, like these ones with the crowns, but it's not very many at all. And then you can buy like 10,000 of these little crown actions for $15, or maybe it's 100,000. It's dirt cheap. It's cheaper than Zapier, even on the premium actions, and all the ones that don't have the star are free. So you can see like how many actions there are, right? It's a ridiculous amount. And guess what? There's a whole app marketplace with people making new actions, which is the crazy part. And guess who makes these things? Me. This is what I first learned how to code. And there's a lot of people like me. No one like me, but there's a lot of people similar. And then we've got so those are actions, triggers. That's enough of that. That's getting a little too in the weeds for you guys. But I'll show you real quick. The AI website builder is really cool. You can go funnels. Let's make a new funnel. Oh, did they move this feature? Nyan, fill me in, bro, because it used to be right here. They must have moved it. Oh, there it is. What the heck? It scared me for a second. You guys see that? It wasn't there the last time I clicked. I don't know how that happened. But that's the AI website builder. So it will make a website in 30 seconds. Um, the $97 Go High Level plan, which is what a lot of you guys are going to start on, you can have 3 businesses, but you can have unlimited funnel pages and websites for that business at $97, fellas. That's it for unlimited websites. And you can make them with AI. Normally it costs $1 to make them, but let's say if you want to come in and get access to everything I've got by going AI employee, you can turn on AI employee for your business or for one of the sub accounts. You've got unlimited websites, no cost. And you can also do all the AI stuff is unlimited. And I'm the guy that did it. So then it becomes my job, basically Go High Level. They're not going to charge you anymore for AI employee, but they give me a 40% cut if you use my code when you sign up. And so what they're doing is they're giving affiliates like me, it's my job now to make all these AI flows for your business that are gonna keep you wanting to leave it turned on because you can turn it off at any point. So if you ever feel like I'm not justifying it, you turn it off. But I'm gonna justify it. Trust me. And so the other things the AI employee can do, you can go into marketing here. I don't use this because I just do it manually, but you can generate your emails and website copy with the content AI, or where did the AI ads manager go? Thought it was right here, Nyan. Is everything moving around on me? Maybe I have to turn it on a different setting, but they have an AI ads manager. It may be that they made it where you have to turn it on in before it shows up here. And since I don't have it turned on, it may not be showing up for that reason. But they have an AI ads manager. So it'll connect to your Google ads or your Meta. It will pick a template and it will totally create and run and optimize your ads for you. I think it's $30 a month instead of you normally paying 500 or 1,000 or more, depending on what kind of agency you're going with. So you've got AI Ads Manager. It'll respond to your reviews, build your websites, and book all your appointments. Even has AI voice, so you're never going to miss calls anymore. It'll be able to answer the questions in a human-like voice, and you'll save a lot of money because you're never going to miss calls. You're never going to have someone call the next person on Google because you didn't answer. They're going to get the questions they need answered right away. So now I'm going to tell you guys what makes mine supercharged. I'm going to come back off, show you guys my face while I explain this. So Go High Level normally doesn't have, so the AI can book appointments and answer questions over WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, web chat, voice, and SMS, but not email. Well, I created a workflow and automation that does enable appointment booking and question answering through email, just like the other channels. So my snapshot, which is like a template you can just install into your system, into your business, will enable AI booking through email, which nobody else has. And it also connects the memory of conversations from the text channels and the email, SMS, all the text-based channels. It connects it to the AI voice. So if a customer call is upset and then they text, the text bot knows that they were upset from the voice bot, which is important. My system also enables a memory history of voice calls. Normally, somebody calls anybody else in Go High Level setup, it will not remember the past conversations. Mine will, and it also knows about the text conversations, which nobody else's does. So when I say supercharged, that's what it is. And I've used Go High Level has so many systems that I'm not even going to try to explain to you right now that I was able to create a memory system with it and connect it all. So that's what makes mine supercharged. And I give you guys, that's just one part of it. I give you guys so many valuable flows that I don't want to go into too much, but no matter what type of business you have, I've got the flow for it. I'm going to give you the templates. And just so you have some perspective, when I got into doing AI voice, I was the 38th person in the world to pay for a license for AI voice from Air. It was the first one. It was a terrible decision, but I learned a lot of stuff that I'm bringing here. But I paid 40 grand just for a Go High Level snapshot and a course on how to set it up. 40 grand, guys. No one set it up for me. I would set it up. I charge way less than that to set it up for you. And I charge nothing to give you what I paid 40 grand for there. The first time I bought a snapshot was from this guy named Zane Jan. This was back in 2019. He had a solar business and I was in solar and he was making 5 mil a month or something doing solar. And I bought his template. I paid 40 grand to him, 3K a month, I think, so maybe 36K for a year. and maybe it was 3,500. I think it was 40K. It was the total. I got a meeting with his coach every week, one of his coaches, and his snapshot, and they didn't set anything up for me either. So guys, I'm giving it to you for free, and I'm letting you talk to me, not one of my coaches, 3 times a week. And so there's a huge value in what I'm providing to you guys. And it's not just one snapshot. I'm giving you guys like all my, my flow for booking these masterminds and master classes. That's one. I have like a cold email copywriter. That's another. And then we have our supercharged AI employee snapshot. That's another. And if you are going to do this yourself, we've got a setup that'll let you have AI booking for all those channels set up in 1 hour. So there is like if you want to get your feet wet a little bit, but you don't want to do the whole thing, get in there and do that. It'll take you an hour. You'll have AI booking all your stuff for you. And then I would strongly recommend, if you're a business owner, let us set up all the reactivation campaigns. Make sure your numbers are cleaned up, your emails are cleaned up. You're going to be running into problems for way too long, and I can help you make the money back really quickly using, just let us do it. Strongly recommended. Now let's talk about how much money you can make reselling my services. So the way we work, we charge by hour, and the more hours you buy at once, the better the rate you get. And if you do, the minimum package is 2K for 25 hours. Then we do 2,500 for 35 hours, or 5K for 100 hours. So it gets down to 50 an hour. Even if we're just setting up ads like in the ads platform, the old fashioned way where you get a little more control, we're editing a video for you custom, it would take us 5 to 6 hours, which would cost between $250 and $300. And you guys know how much you've paid for ads in the past, right? You pay them 2K setup, $1,000 a month. I charge, and then I guess the ongoing monthly maintenance is probably 2 hours. So I'm going to charge you $350 a month, or $50 to $100 a month after that. Nothing, guys. You can make 3 to 4 or 5 times your money back in the first month if you're wanting to be an agency and use me to do your service, your fulfillment for you. So setting up a Go High Level sub account where we go in, we take your data, separate it into pockets, like I was saying, and reach back out to it, and set up AI inbound booking for all your people that reach out to the business, setting up like your calendar systems, appointment reminders, no show nurture, which is like messaging them to get them back on the calendar. That's kind of like a standard system. It'll take us about 6 hours to set up. $300 is basically what it is if you do the 5K plan. It's like 70-ish an hour if you're down on the 2K plan. So a little more expensive, but still dramatically cheaper than anybody else. And you own it, no recurring. So here's the difference, right? With a VA, you're gonna get one person with one skill set. Trust me, they don't know how to edit videos and do automations, and they definitely don't have my ability to help with your copy and your writing to make it convert your offer. I can help you with all that stuff. You're gonna pay them $1,000 a month. They're gonna have a limited skill set, and if you don't have work for them 1 month, you still better pay them, or they're going to go somewhere else and you have to train somebody new, which is expensive. An agency is going to charge you more, but they're going to do less work. And even if they're not doing any work, they're just going to cut it off if you don't pay them 1 month. So even if they've got everything set up and it's just running, you're going to pay $1,000 a month, and they're going to cut it off. So I hope you guys can see when I say that gets us down to where I'm at least 70% cheaper than everybody else. And that's when we roll in this tax credit thing, which is going to make it even cheaper. So just like back in the day when you had wheelchair ramps that had to be put outside of businesses or they could get sued for not having it, it's the same thing with your website. So if your website's not accessible, you can get sued. And these things are actually on the rise. People are making a career out of finding websites without these accessibility features and suing them because of it. And so all you have to do is just have some accessibility features and you're safe from the lawsuits. But the best part is the government will give you a tax credit for work that qualifies for this, that makes your business more accessible. And it's pretty loosely termed. If it makes your business easier to access, it qualifies. Access for people with disabilities. Now I'm going to bring back up my survey that I gave you guys. And I'm going to scroll down. Where did I put that thing? Right here. Tax credit. Here's the widget. Oh, looks like we need to see what's going on with this, Nyan. I'm going to try the masterclass page and see if that has it. Come on. There we go. So I'm going to drop this in the chat for you guys. I'm not sure why there's a glitch on the other one. There we go. So check that in the chat, open it up. Basically, if you put let me show you the widget on our site. Right here. So you see, it's just a widget. This thing's $50 a month, and it lets you, the AI actually changes the code on the site if someone with disabilities says they need, any of these adjustments made. And that makes your website more accessible. So now our website work can qualify, which is a lot of the work we do, right? By the way, guys, my team can use a template in Go High Level, or we can just take a screenshot of any site you want and we can replicate it in Go High Level. You can also do WordPress hosting in Go High Level, but really, like, for most purposes, Go High Level is going to be the cheaper and faster option. They have their own hosting and it doesn't cost you anything extra. So website work qualifies. Guess what? If you're editing videos for you, if we put captions on it, that makes it better for deaf people. That qualifies. So now our video editing and ads editing qualifies. If we are setting up AI voice and text systems that allow a blind person to be able to call your business and find out all about it, that qualifies. And so does texting for deaf people, guys. So it's a beautiful thing about AI. It means a lot more of the work we do to automate your business can qualify for this 50% tax credit. Now, the way it works is you can up to $10,000 a year is what you can qualify for it, and 5K will be your tax credit. Now, a tax credit means if you owe 10K at the end of the year, they take 5K off. So you just owe them 5K. Now, a lot of people pay quarterly, so this could save you money as soon as your next tax payment. And then basically how it works, keep in mind I'm not an attorney. All the disclosures are here in this thing right here. Not an attorney or a CPA, but please consult yours. But I'm pretty familiar with this stuff, guys. I had a big solar business, and tax credits are a big part of solar too. So this is pretty good situation right here. And so now we take that 30% of how much cheaper my stuff was, and we bring it down even further. And guys, that's pretty much it. Now I would love to hear some questions, and I can show some Go High Level features if anybody wants to see and check it out. But I'm really curious to hear what your thoughts are. And Roxy, nice to meet you. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Hang on, I think my audio is goofed up. All right. I'm trying to switch. I don't know. Can somebody say something? Richard, are you off mute? Say something, see if I can hear you.
No, I'm.
There we go. I hear you.
Yeah.
Cool.
You got video playing or something.
Oh. Let me turn this. Let me go back to my face. There we go, guys.
There you go.
My ear pods just died, so I had to go off. Richard, what do you think about all that, man?
I've got a great interest. I was with a group called I'm trying to think, Business Systems, and I had the Stripe and Square and Calendly and all those things and I couldn't integrate them.
They all
And
integrate
at one
here.
point I finally
Stripe
said
or Square, they both
it.
integrate.
Yeah, well, I couldn't get them all, everything integrated. And I finally, at the point I was at was, after I sold my business, I said, I got to shut this down. I'm pretty smart. I don't have any AI that I'm using right now except Alder Call, which is basically for coaching. And it'll document all your coaching and record and give you feedback on your coaching.
Okay.
But I don't have my website doesn't have a capture page. I don't have a mail list. I don't have any of that. So I'm starting from scratch.
So like
everything that you talk about is certainly good stuff for me to go long term. I'm not sure in the short term where I start.
Well, where you would start, I guess, like, do you have course materials and stuff like that you need to get into a platform, or do you have a course platform?
I'm building a course right now on mastermind.com with Dean Graziosi.
Okay.
And
Go High Level has a free community platform inside of it. This is Go High Level's community platform here. And they even have a mobile app. For $80 a month, you can get an app with your name on it and logo in the App Store and the Google Play Store. So it's crazy cost efficient. And like, this is my course. You guys get 3 courses as well with membership. and you can, but you'll have your own course platform too. It's like this is I just want to show you briefly how it looks, but a good looking course system in here. And I was wanting to show you this in specific because I don't get too many coaches on here, but I knew this would be important for you to see.
Yeah.
But yeah, and my community is getting pretty big. We're getting there.
Okay.
But I could definitely help you put together a coaching program with with all your stuff in here if you wanted. How deep are you into getting into the other platform?
I've been paying my 47 a month for quite some time, and I haven't done anything with it.
Okay. Well,
So
that's first.
I built the course. I have the course designed on paper. I just haven't put it up there yet.
You've got the videos and you've got everything else. My
No,
creator
I don't
team.
have the video. I have all the scripts written. I mean,
Okay.
most of it's my life history. So, I mean, it's easy to,
Right.
yeah, I know how to speak it. It's a matter of putting it into the videos. I just got what was it? Chemestra to cut and paste videos. But yeah, this is all new to me. I'm old school.
I guess square one for you would just be, that's one software you have, and I'm sure you have others. It would be us consolidating your software for you
Okay.
and getting it into one place. So migrating everything you have into one
What
place.
about like my website is with Ionis? Do you take over the website and everything also?
How much do you pay monthly for the hosting and for that whole thing?
$64 a month.
Okay. Yeah, bro. That plus your courses right here, you already saved money,
Yeah.
you know? This is 97 a month and it'll have your websites and your courses. Now, for actually migrating the site, my team could probably copy it pretty quickly. How many
Okay.
pages?
Well, I think there's like 8 or 10.
8 or 10. And
Yeah.
so I'm sure there's some other things, but what we would do, what do you want to do, Richard, is go through that 42 tool checklist, figure out everything that you've got, and we can calculate how much you'll save by moving it all in. And then we move it all in. And you already got your ROI there, and it's all integrated too, which makes it really, really much, much easier for everything to run and
I
start
think
getting your
what I'm
videos
going to
up.
do is let's you and I connect up, say Tuesday of next week. I'm going to go through the next couple days and
Okay.
go through everything. And I mean, I've
I want
got
to
to
give you
get
guys
back into
some
the marketplace, and I like what I hear.
good. I want to give you guys some resources. So I want to show you my YouTube. I want to give you the one-on-one calendar for you guys all to book. If you're ready to get affiliated and start your trial, you can do it through this survey. But just book a one-on-one. If you're ready to get affiliated, it's not going to cost, it'll either be a free 30-day trial or at most 97 a month. And I'll walk you through it. So if you're ready to get affiliated or want to do done for you, grab the one-on-one. We'll at least get you affiliated. And then if you want to talk done for you, we can talk about that and get everything set up. And between now and then, I'm going to give you guys my masterclass page, which is right here. And I'm also going to give you, it's this one. And this has a link to my YouTube right here. We've got replays of all these sessions. I also have a lot of tutorials. Starting next week, I'll be posting 3 new long form tutorials a week. And I'm pretty much going to all organic. But let me give you guys this real quick. And then I'm going to drop the one-on-one calendar. Actually, I'm going to do the one-on-one first because really, who else I know, where'd she go? Roxy, I know you joined late. So this is going to be good for you to have to hang on to so you can kind of see what you missed. I don't think I met you before, have I? No, nice to meet
No,
you.
no, this is the first time I'm joining.
Well, nice to meet you. How long have I been texting you?
Not sure, but
Probably a while, I'd guess. Well, let me grab this calendar link for you guys, unless Nyan already dropped it. Garth, I like what you're saying, man. Are you wanting to do a done for you package, Garth, or are you wanting to do it yourself? Tell me where you're at. There he goes. Thank you, Nyan. So, Garth, if you would grab a slot on that one-on-one calendar, same with you, Richard. Do you see the one-on-one there? Nyan just
No,
dropped.
I'm having trouble finding it on my cell phone here.
Okay. Well, you tell me. I'll book you manually. Richard, what time did you want to go for on Tuesday?
Hold on, let me look at put my calendar up here.
And then thank you, Nyan. Uh, Anybody else who's ready to get affiliated, wants to start a trial of Go High Level and get access to all my bonuses, I'm going to recap what they are because I don't think I really did a good job of that part. And then, Richard, as soon as you know the best time and day, I'm probably free. I run these events from,
Let's
yeah,
say 2 to 3, 3 o'clock. You're East Coast, you're Charlotte, 3
that's
3
when
p.m. on.
I'll have this event running at that time. So anytime besides from noon to from 1 to 3, I'm busy.
All right, let's do it later because typically Tuesday and Thursday are family workout. So 4 o'clock.
4 is good. I'll throw you in for 4 on Tuesday. Um, Leo, did you grab a time, Leo, if you can, and I'll help you get situated. But either way, I'm gonna remember to call you because I can see you're interested. So anybody else who like it thinks they're gonna want to pull the trigger on this, if you're having trouble with the forms, figuring anything out, just tell me now, and I know to get in contact with you. Right now, I know Richard. I bet that Chris wants to, but Chris, where are you at, man? Are you still in here? I think we lost Chris. So I'll need to remember to follow up with Chris O'Connor. And then anybody else gonna want some attention later this week or later today?
Yeah, I got to run, Rob. I've got a 4 o'clock get going, but
No
boy,
worries. We're
I
wrapping up
like
here,
what I
man.
hear.
Pleasure to
So,
meet you, Richard. I'm sure that I'll be able to help you, and
okay.
we'll meet on Tuesday at 4, and we'll get this
Okay.
going.
Have an awesome day, man. I
You too,
appreciate you.
man.
Thank you.
Pleasure to meet you. I want to hear more about your story too. I'm excited too, and I'll talk to
Oh,
you on
I got a
Tuesday.
hell of a story to
I
tell.
can't wait. I can tell you do. I can tell you do. Um,
All
but
right.
guys, here's all the bonuses in this masterclass page if you missed it. Right there. So this is all the stuff you get for free just for starting a trial. It's the stuff that I paid 40 grand for multiple times, but it's better than the stuff that I paid 40 grand for because I've been working on it and improving it for years. So this page is really all you need to recap anything. In my mind, I know I need to follow up with Chris O'Connor, with Richard, and with Garth. And so other than that, you guys can drop me a message or speak up right now if you would like me to follow up with you. Otherwise, come back to these meetings, check out the YouTube, subscribe, and you'll get notified whenever I go live and you'll see it. I do this 3 times a week, guys. Um, Anybody else want me to need me to know to call them before I hop off? John, I don't know if you've seen one of those before. Have you? You have. I guess you have. Well, all right, guys. I'm freaking starving. So I'm gonna get some food. Pleasure to meet you guys. Jason. Okay, cool, brother. So Jason, do you want to book a time on that one-on-one calendar? Can you do that for me? It's in the chat. I'm gonna wait until you say you got it. Okay, open it up before I hop off of here. But I also will remember that Jason Harper wants to speak. And bro, it looks like you're at an airport at work right now, possibly. Is it an airport? I can't tell. But bro, props to you for working at
No, I
work.
don't work in the airport. I'm at work just sitting here taking notes and everything.
Oh, awesome, brother. Well, I can't wait to speak with you, and I'm glad you let me know you wanted to talk. And I'll talk to you soon, bro.
No
Thank you guys
problem.
for coming. Talk to you guys soon. Bye bye. I hope Jason got it. I'm gonna text you guys the link anyway. You got the link open?